All right, so transformation is not for wimps. So if you're a wimp, you need to leave the room right now. You know, I've heard, and it's actually, I wrote this in my little bio in our trifold, because I've heard this so many times, that we're a feel-good religion. But sometimes I hear it in a sort of a negative connotation, oh, you're just a feel-good religion. You don't want to have to do any work, you don't want to have to, be saved, you just want to feel good. It's kind of like a negative. Well, I choose to make it a positive, but okay, so there's nothing wrong with it being a feel-good religion, that's all right. But what I know is that any of us who have really tried to put the tools and the teaching and the practices to work for us, we know it's not always that easy, it's not always that fast, and it certainly does not always feel good. If you haven't really put these to the test yet, you may not have experienced that yet. And so this talk is for you. It's for all of us, but it's so worth it to put these tools to the test, but it certainly doesn't always feel good. This philosophy says we are responsible for our own life. When I first heard that back in Huntington Beach days, I was really excited about that idea because I didn't want anybody telling me what to do. I know a few of you might resonate with that. I didn't want anybody telling me what to do. Yes, let me think for myself. Yes, I'm responsible for myself. But boy, when you start to practice and you realize that you're responsible for your life, oy, that too. All right, so that's the good news and the bad news. I still love it. I still love being responsible for my life, but I still don't want anybody telling me what to do. So that means I've got to practice. Not always easy, not always fast, and it certainly doesn't always feel good, but worth it. So right over here on our wall is my inspiration. This comes from Romans in the Bible, actually. It's be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. We might look at that every single day, and it certainly is a huge part of our teaching. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Sounds great, let's do it. Not always easy, not always feel good. Ernest Holmes says the whole purpose of the science of mind philosophy is to reconcile the apparent separation of the spiritual world, which must be perfect, with the material world, which appears imperfect. Right there, there's so many things in this little juicy thing I'm going to read for you. To reconcile the apparent, what seems like a separation, between the perfect spiritual world and the seemingly imperfect material world. He goes on to say the spiritual world is the cause of the material world. We are spiritual beings governed by a mental law. There's a responsibility. Only that world can appear to us which we can mentally perceive. Heard it before? Let it land differently. Only that world can appear to us which we mentally perceive. This is why we are taught to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. Because if we don't renew our minds, if we can't get ourselves to mentally conceive something, nothing will change. There's our responsibility. It doesn't have to be scary. We have to change our mind. Sounds great, sounds easy. Let's do it. You want a better life? You want a more amazing, accelerated, God-filled life? Most people do. We've got to start by conceiving that. It's not going to come to us by just sitting still and it falls into our lap. We have to be the ones to be able to conceive of something better or different than what we have right now. Whatever that is, you can pick any category. We have to see it first. The old saying that says, I'll believe it when I see it is false. It's erroneous. You got to flip it around. We'll see it when we believe it. This whole philosophy is based on that premise. We must conceive it first. We must believe it first. And we start in our mind, our heart. I don't even separate these things out anymore, by the way. My mind and my heart and my being is all one thing. It's not that my mind has to get it. It's that I, me, us, our being has to get it. When we believe it first, we will begin to see it in our life. And to me, again, I think it's worth it. Some people may say, what a bother. Just want to live my life. I actually had a man say to me one time, I don't want to mess with my mind. Okay. Yep, that's fine. You don't have to mess with your mind. Not somebody from here. Somebody from somewhere else. I don't want to mess with my mind. I'm like, well, what if it's your mind that's creating your reality? Oh, well, the person didn't really believe that, so okay, that's fine. But we here believe it. You're here. You keep coming to hear this every Sunday. So something in us says, yes, this is true, that we got to believe it in our mind, our being first. It's worth it. We do want to mess with our mind. We want to get our mind to believe something bigger. We want to get our mind to conceive something bigger. Now, before I go on to changing the habits, let me just say, if you have good habits that serve you, good thought patterns that serve you, good practices that serve you, by all means, we're not talking about transforming them, maybe up-leveling them, but embracing them. So, like, for instance, a simple physical habit, brushing your teeth twice a day, that's when you don't have to transform, that's a good thing. Maybe an emotional habit, here's one that I like. You give people the benefit of the doubt. That's a good habit I have. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Innocent until proven guilty. That's a good thing. I don't want to change that. If anything, I want to enhance that. But I don't want to change that. Do you have a practice when you get up in the morning? I know Pat Sanchez does, and she says, good morning, world, what do you got for me today? And she's ready to go with gratitude in her heart, right? The most fun ever. All right, so those kind of things, great. We embrace those. We don't want to let those go. Those aren't the things we're going to transform. As I said, anyone who's attempted releasing the old and embracing the new knows that it can be a very challenging thought, a very challenging thing to do. So I was thinking of an example. I thought, well, okay, here's one that a lot of people can resonate with. I want to eat healthier. So I want to eat healthier, great intention. So you start out, okay, I'm going to eat more vegetables, I'm going to eat more fruits, I'm going to have only lean meat, I'm going to cut the sugar way down. Good, so the first few days, you're feeling real good, feeling really good about, I don't know, maybe day 7. I want a burger. I want some candy. You know, the cravings of the old things start to kick in. At that moment, we have a choice because it feels like I blew it. Just blew it. All right, did I blow it, or did I just have a hamburger today? And did I just have the sugar today? That moment is that, bless you. There's that moment of transformation. Am I going to just get up and begin again? Or am I going to be so mad at myself that I'm going to really, really, really blow it for a long period of time? Or do we just say, that's life. We never talked about this morning. That's life. Some days you're singing high and good and beautiful, and some days you can barely get the notes out. Using the singing metaphor. Some days you're all feeling like, yeah, I got this. I'm eating the most healthy I can, and the next day, well, I blew it. We can just get up and start again. Don't beat ourselves up, because it's a pattern that we're talking about. It's an old pattern that is so ingrained that it wants to pull us back. In order to transform ourselves, we just pick ourselves back up. We need to do consistent practice, even if we feel we blew it. We need to just keep trying again, because it is an old pattern. Debbie's going to sing to us about patterns. Started again. Good. I'm sorry. You're not a wimp.
Some days you say.
This is a pattern, by the way. Patterns in my life that I trace every day. Patterns as I say the things I always say. Patterns in the ceiling as I lie awake. Why are patterns haunting every move I make?